Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Mithali Farahin, binti. Fashion is an important part of society. On a larger scale, fashion is important because it represents our history and helps to tell the story of the world. Clothes began as a necessity, but they gained their power early on when certain groups wore specific style, making them popular. Fashion can also be a part of people's culture. This is stage where a particular style is just introduced and not many people follow it. It is created by stylists or designers who are involved in developing new design. Changing or manipulating the design, detail, color, or pattern. History of fashion. Fashion started when humans began wearing clothes. The design of these clothes became increasing based on printed designs, especially from Paris, which were situated around Europe and early anticipated in the province. Seamstresses would then interpret this pattern as best they could. When did humans first wear clothes? The earliest possible evidence for clothing is entire human is stone tools found at archaeological sites like Gran Dolina in the Spanish Atapuerca Mountain, associated with Homo ancestors, and dates to around 780,000 years ago, or in Skåne in Germany. It makes one understand how one thing at a certain time in a certain place has influenced another thing in a different time and place is only because of this understanding of long-term pattern and repetition in trends that one is able to do a perfect forecast for the next season. Fashion. Fashion is one of the most critical industries in our world today. Style has become one of the primary ways in which people express their personality and in which they distinguish themselves from those around them. People of all ages are addicted to new trends in the world of fashion. There is a tremendous amount of competition within the industry and also among consumers. The style is also different among different cultures and nationalities, and this is why it's so exciting. When one travels to various parts of the planet to observe firsthand how people dress in those countries, there are fashion items for every season and every occasion, and this makes it possible for people to express themselves differently depending on the specific season or time or of the year. When one looks at all the consumer needs which have emerged in modern times, it becomes easy to see why fashion design has become such a specialized industry. There, there is also another aspect which deserves contemplating, and that is the fact that there is a measure of similarity in those fashion trends which aim at the low income person. Fashion visualization. There are also many people who seem to think that tight clothing is more attractive than a loose fitting dress, and then they proceed to make fools of themselves by wearing clothes which are unnecessary clothes fitting. It Is it why it is so important to have at least a basic understanding of how to choose your fashion items and also how to properly mix and match those things of the best result. Fashion duration, time in fashion. Fashion design is a very heavyweight career with long hours and many skill abilities and knowledge needed in order to be successful. Although that may be true, fashion design change the world. They create new trends, new ideas, but more importantly, new way of thinking. Lastly, is fashion conclusion. It's a way of expressing who someone is or to prove themselves to others. If a woman's vulnerability style is something that is someone's own and makes a person feel unique and individual. For as long as time can stay efficient, it's played a huge role in the world and it's something people will never not need. Fashion is constantly evolving and changing, and with each era of life comes a new style and trend. Thank you.